Ahoy, bold leaders. Welcome to the day 4 of the AI Elves. It's great to see you. So, today we have the instant premiere that I'm sharing with you when it comes to building authority using artificial intelligence. So, how can you actually show up as the authority so that people trust you even without makeup? So, let's start with a few components. So, the component number one is the story that you tell people. So, what are the proofs that you know what you're talking about? In my case, number one, I'm a PhD in management. So basically, I know what I'm talking about, like theoretically. Additionally, I'm over 10 years in business. So over a decade spent on something and doing it as a solopreneur and as an employee makes me qualified to also implement things for different people, for different brands. I was also responsible for rebranding of a big enterprise. So I not only know how to implement specific things in a narrow environment, but I also know how to work with bigger brands. And additionally, what is even more important, I have over 2 years of experience when it comes to using artificial intelligence in different areas of life, including, for example, marketing, but also data science. So, thinking about all the reasons why people should follow you, tell me what is the reason they should follow you? And in most cases, we tend to believe that we should communicate our value from the perspective of our results, from what we achieved, or from what our clients achieved. But at the same time, we kind of built this community and this certainty that if you have a degree, it doesn't matter. Well, it does, okay? So I'm sharing this because this is the way to build you as you. And every single time you say that, oh no, I'm not an expert in that, I don't feel an expert, it means you say people stop listening to me in this particular area. And you open the door for the others who feel experts in this array to share their expertise and say, oh, this person that we are here is not an expert, but I am. Here is my gift that I can share with you. This is my offer. And I'm not saying this like to tell you that you're doing something wrong. I'm telling you from my own perspective. There are a lot of things where I'm saying like I'm not an expert, like I don't feel an expert in that. For example, if you asked me about the mechanics within the car, I would say, oh, I'm not an expert in that. Like, I don't touch the car. Like, I do know where are good mechanics. I can show you the good mechanic, but this is not my area. Okay. But at the same time, I know that none of my programs, like none, no offer, is even distantly related to car mechanics because I don't sell that. But if I told you, okay, I don't feel that I'm an expert in artificial intelligence, I just use artificial intelligence for getting more clients, you would say, interesting. So you don't know AI, but you kind of sell AI, right? So we need to embrace our competencies and our skills. If we devoted year, two, a decade, 2 decades, 50 years exploring certain areas of our life growth, and we feel competent in that, we shouldn't leave this like this is not my authority, this is not my area, because it is. You are an expert even if you don't have formal education in this area. And at the same time, it is beneficial for people to know that you have a degree in this particular area because it makes people trust you more. Because if some authority gave you, like awarded you with a kind of degree, then people know, oh, so someone verified your knowledge and your skills so that you can have this. And it's the same with getting results. For an extended period of time, I felt like I can't share the results of my clients because these are the results of my clients, not mine. So I did help them, but kind of they are not my results, they are theirs. But if we don't speak about the results of our clients, how can others imagine themselves what is possible for them? And with this aha moment that I had when I attended the call with my mentor, she said that, oh, you don't speak about the results of your clients because you feel shy and intimidated, and you don't want to acknowledge that this is your impact. But How can people buy from you if they don't see the results of your clients? And at the same time, she said, oh, I am speaking about your results because you're giving me testimonials. So if you're giving me the testimonials, why shouldn't I talk about it? I didn't push you to share the result. And it makes total sense because if we show up and share the testimonials, share credentials, speak about the truth, it's not about bragging. It's not about depriving someone from their results. It's just saying that this is the result that you or they have. So then next component of that is thinking about showing up in a certain way. I assume you would trust me more if I wore some very formal official clothing and I had makeup. But the truth is, I resigned from that because I want to feel more relatable. And I'm very like in makeup and in professional clothes at university, and I don't like to show up like this in the virtual reality. So this is why I don't do that very often. But today I'm going to tell you what are the color psychology standing behind your choices, and how can we actually utilize color psychology and brand motifs to build an unforgettable brand experience. So let me share my screen. I'm going to show you something I hope you're going to enjoy. Okay, so this is Sora. Sora AI was created by OpenAI, and this is a component that is available for you once you start using ChatGPT in the paid version. You can also use the Upper Pro version for professionals who are related to building and creating videos. And Sora actually creates those amazing images and videos that you can see over here. So DALL-E 3 is from OpenAI and it creates pictures. And Sora creates videos. And we were very tempted to go over here to describe your video and start over here instead of starting where we should start. So let's speak about where should we actually start to build an amazing brand. And I need to warn you, I'm using different resources from different websites. I'm always communicating what are the sources, but I believe that if something is good, we shouldn't like replicate it and create it once again. We just should share who created this and why this is important. So there is a theory which says that once you there is a theory of archetypes. What are the archetypes? So there was a guy called Carl Gustav Jung, and he created the theory that everything around can be related to archetypes that we believe is true in our collective group, like in society, in the nation, across the humanity. So, for example, if I tell you that something was a sin, we intuitively understand what sin was. It is regardless of our cultural background. We know that sin is something, in most cases, perceived as doing something wrong compared to being good, okay? Being naughty, not nice, okay? When we start thinking and speaking about being a mother, in most cases, we have some connotations in our head, which is related to being a mom, right? So marketing used the theory of archetypes and created the wheel of archetypes, and the names you can see over here at the outer circle. If you are interested in that, you can dive deep, search in Google, what are the archetypes? How can we find the archetype? Or you can book a call with me during which we're going to diagnose your own personal archetype for your business so that you don't have to go through zillions of pages, but you can simply have a discussion with a real human being over like in the span of 20 minutes. And together we will discover what your real archetype, brand archetype is. So check the comment below so that you can book the call. So there are 12 archetypes: citizen, caregiver, ruler, creator, innocent, and so on. And when you go into the inner circle, there is the motivation why actually the business is created and is built the way it is. So if a priority for you and your business is connection, you should search within one of those 3 archetypes. If your priority is building structures and organizing things, then this one. If searching freedom, if justice, okay? So you get what I mean. Additionally, within this wheel, we have the words which can be related to specific brand archetype. So for a very extended period of time, I wanted to communicate as an adventurer or a champion. And I was thinking like, oh, I want to be here, I want to be there, I want to be an explorer, I want to be a sage, I want to be innocent, I want to be everything. Priorities and my system of values, I was more connected to the value of freedom because this is one of my 4 core values that I believe is true and important for me and for my business. So if I eliminated the 3 others, I had only 3 to choose from. It was the explorer, a sage, or innocent. I didn't want to communicate my brand from the perspective of being innocent because this is more like connected to working with children, to being in the like medical industry. So I was left with the 2, like sage or explorer. And my intuitive choice was explorer because it is related to bravery, independence, and adventure. And I like adventure. I like exploring new things. I like searching for specific areas. I like also being brave myself and going not with the stream, but up the river to the sources. So out of the 3, I chose explorer. And over here at the wheel, you can see the color green, but it's not necessarily related to that, to the archetype. So once you decided the name of your archetype, and you know that this brand archetype is perfect for you, now we need to continue and ask ourselves, okay, if my core values are freedom and wealth and communication, like openness, what are the colors that can be related to that? Like wealth everywhere across the cultures, it's green because dollars are green, so it's green. Additionally, green is a very good choice because green is actually related to being in nature. And it is also something that I believe is critically important for me and for my clients who are spiritual entrepreneurs, who are purpose driven, who want to see the change in the world. And we all know that ecology and the environment is critically important, especially today. So green color is a pretty good idea. Then when it comes to blue, I'm going to move to the second picture. When it comes to blue, in my case, it was related mostly to trust and to security, because I believe that once we feel safe, slash we are related to the trust, then in most cases we are able to change the reality. So there are different people who start thinking about their brand colors from the perspective of what is your favorite color, but it doesn't matter, okay? Your favorite color doesn't matter because your favorite color can be related to something totally different than your brand. So once you have chosen and selected your brand archetype, let's now go deeper and let's select the color for you. What is the dominant color? My color is being an explorer. My color is within being brave, but at the same time, building trust, feeling secure. So my colors would be blue and green. Going further, if your vibes is positive, joy, happiness, warmth, curiosity, then you should pick yellow. And we need to remember that although purple is sometimes related to justice or spirituality, it is also related to royalty. So if your brand is very close to people, it is very natural. Purple is not the best choice because purple is not related to being in nature. Purple is being in the royalty, mastery, and mystery. Then going to the down 3 colors, we have pink, red, and orange, which are the warm colors in most cases, although we can create the cold versions of them. So we have femininity, respect, calm within pink, but also its softness, its intuition. So maybe blending a few colors together would be a better idea because then you can see what is the relationship between those colors and you can use different values from different color spectrum. The red, which over here is like kind of not intense, we have love, passion, but also energy and excitement. So if you in your brand, you believe that passion is super important, you should remove thinking about blue or blue-ish shades and you should move to red because red is the power, red is the energy, red is the change. And then we have orange. Orange is related to freedom and optimism, but also to pleasure and enthusiasm. It's also the color of being youth, being in energy. So when you think about the color wheel, pick one color or maximum two colors which are related not to your preferences, like, oh, I like this color, oh, I always liked that color. Think about what is important from the perspective of the values that we have in our brands, in our businesses. Once you picked that, I'm gonna wait for you. Click pause if you need to think about it. Okay, and now we are going to move to two very useful tools that Canva gave us. So this is tool number one, where we can explore color palettes. And within color palettes, we have different options, a lot of different options related to mixing colors. So for example, I can say blue, green, red, and press enter. And over here, I will see different options. How can we connect those colors? For example, this one would be pretty good for my brand, or maybe that one. We can also type one color and we will see color palettes related to this particular color. Once you click this, you will see the image that is going to show the brand vibes. From my perspective, it would be a little bit too dark, but on the other hand side, we can see that this is the color that evokes creativity, but also evokes the sense of safety and purity, because it's a combination of blue, but also shades of white, compared to, just give me a second to find it, compared to this one. Let's give it a little bit of time. We can see the picture that reflects the scheme of those colors, and we say, okay, it's more energetic, it's energized, it's powerful, it's tasty, it's okay, I wanted to zoom it. It's powerful, it's tasty, it's energetic. So this is the first tool. If you don't like predefined solutions and you like to be more creative by yourself, there is the next tool, and you're going to find the links to those tools under the video, okay? This is the color wheel that shows relationship between different colors and allows you to use the color wheel live. So one of my favorite colors is the royal blue. Let me find it. Okay, let's say this is it. Somewhere close to that. And I can pick two colors, green blue, sorry, over here, and yellow over here, because these are the colors that are complementary. So in my brand communication, I can use two colors if I prefer, but we can also use different color palettes from over here. You can use monochromatic, where you're going to see two or more colors related to the same color palette. You can use analogous, which is going to be more related to one side of the spectrum. You can use triadic, and triadic is going to show you three colors that are going to be used complementary, but you need to select in your head the dominant color. So in my communication, the dominant color is going to be blue, because blue is safety and blue is related to the ocean. And spoiler alert, if you haven't noticed it yet, my brand is usually communicated using the ocean, sea, sailing, because this is my passion, this is what I like doing. So I embraced it and included it within my marketing communication because this makes me. Okay. Then we need to communicate using one of the two colors, because showing them all together might be risky if you don't know what you're doing. And we can also use tetradic. Tetradic is over here with pink, yellow, and green. So you might see the changes that I applied over here, and you will see that I use the tetradic option. And in my banner that you can see over here, I'm sorry, entering the studio. In my banner, you would see those four colors. And although it's energetic, it's like warm, happens a lot over here, then you would see that the colors are good. They feel good, okay? If I changed colors into something like, I don't know, purple, it wouldn't look that good and it wouldn't feel good. And additionally, apart from using the colors that you saw over there, I used white color because for the text, because white color evokes the feeling of clarity and also clear, clean, pure elements, okay? So if we are here you would see a few elements that have changed within my YouTube channel. So the first one would be the banner where I decided to embrace my PhD, and I'm doctor. So Dr. Betty Gottwald, you have the information to subscribe, like, and get notified. You also have the information about AI marketing portal for purpose-driven business owners. So if you are a business owner and you are purpose-driven, this is the perfect place for you to learn AI marketing. So both AI and marketing for your business. And we do marketing because we want to get more clients. So I'm not communicating get more clients within the title of my channel, but I am using this in my keywords when I share messages with you. And additionally, over here, we have the title for this. In my handle, I have Dr. Betty Gottwald, but over here in the title, I have AI Marketing for Purpose-Driven Leaders. Can I change the title for something else? For example, as my YouTube channel is going to grow, then I'm going to change it probably to Betty Gottwald. But for now, this phrase can also be used in the search bar. So my priority for people is to find me purpose-driven, leaders, business owner, and marketing or AI marketing. Okay. When you scroll down, you would see that most of my previously generated thumbnails were showing my AI images. So if you're the kind of person that wants to buy AI created images, this is not a pitch, this is just showing you why I do it. Then you would see, oh, she's using this, so probably she knows how to do that. Okay, perfect. So let me click and see, and maybe she's going to communicate some information about that. I also changed the About section, and you might feel that, oh, it should be SEO optimized, and up to a certain degree, I do agree with you. But when I start ahoy, amazing soul, like I don't like a hello, high love or high queen or beauty. Like I don't feel this. These are not my words. But I often use the word amazing. In my communication with my clients, I always welcome them ahoy because this is my C vibe. And when I start speaking to you as a soul, you feel that it's a little bit different than hi businesswoman. So this is more related to spirituality, to connection, to building relationships. Okay. Welcome to this freshly rebranded channel. So I communicate to my subscribers that something has changed. Thank you for being here. So this is my way to express gratitude for you that you decided to stay with me on this journey and that you decided to show up. I believe in freedom, alignment, God, and energy. And this channel is to support you. So over here, this is the declaration of my core values. But at the same time, like I understand that some spiritual entrepreneurs who are witches, who are, exploring different areas of spirituality, if they hear that someone speaks about God, this is like the turn off for them. But I believe that I respect your value system. I respect the way you show up as a spiritual being. So I expect you to also respect what I believe. Because I don't always communicate about God, but it's a very important part of my life. So this is why I'm sharing this. Do I meditate? Yes. Do I do some rituals? Yes. Do I burn candles for my guides? Yes. But it's complementary to my belief system. And I want you to know that because this makes me more human. Who this channel is for? Spiritual entrepreneurs, bold leaders, curious minds, eager to explore the intersection of quantum entanglement, AI, and marketing. So over here, who is this channel is for? You might see, okay, I'm over here in one of those three or not. If not, I would read or resign. Reasons to follow and stick around. Over here, this is the section that uses the keywords that I want to use. Over here, I also have quantum entanglement, leadership tips, and all the things related to what I do over here in this channel. And here are some statistics when it comes to the channel details. We also have links. So the first one is related to leading to my Facebook account, the second one to my Facebook group, TikTok, and to my program that I currently am promoting. When you compare it to my Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok, you might see see that those three were not changed yet. And this is the thing that is going to happen soon. So once we know what is our archetype, what is our color, or what is the palette of the colors, and what is our brand motif, we can go further and click over here at the color wheel, and we can copy this color or all of the colors. And now we are going back to Sora. Sora is the tool that is going to help you create the AI generated films. So let's say create a short film showing an AI sail ship with an AI elf. Use the colors. And over here I paste the colors. I need to remove spaces because this is the way I do. Like formally you don't need to, but due to the fact that I was in computer programming for a while, I like to have the clean code. Make it emotional and emerge the feeling of excitement. Okay, so when we go down here, we would see a few buttons to click. So once you click the first button, you would see the ways to create the style of the video. You can say that none, then it's going to create something from their own perspective. Then we have stop motion, archival, film noir, or anything else. I'm going to choose balloon world. Over here, you select the aspect ratio. I'm going to use 9:16 because I will use it in my reels. Then we can select the quality. 720 pixels is going to be slower. And you can use 1080 when you are premium subscriber. And I'm not yet. So this is why I'm going to use 720. What is the duration? If you are a free subscriber, just like I am, like I subscribe to ChatGPT in a pro version. So I'm not subscribed to Sora in the pro version. So this is why I can't create longer videos. But 5 seconds is enough to show you the tool itself. And over here, we can ask to create 1 or 2 videos, depending on your preference. I usually select 2 videos because then I can select the one that is more related to what I want to have explored. You can click 2 buttons. One is the storyboard and the other one is send. So within the storyboard, you are going to see the line of the movie that is growing and changing. So in the first slide, do this and then do that. But I'm not going to use storyboard this time. I'm just going to ask it to create the video. So I sent it. You can see something started moving and we are waiting for the video to appear. What is interesting in using this, I'm going to copy that prompt so that I don't lose it. What is interesting when it comes to ChatGPT, Sora, and everything around OpenAI? Lately, OpenAI is changing a lot in their systems. So when it's changing a lot, then there is a field for bugs to happen. For now, when I'm trying to create it, it doesn't work. So I'm gonna try later. In most cases, when you create the videos late in the afternoon, your time zone, then it's easier than when you create it in the middle of the day, like I am doing it today. So we can return to that later. When we go to our library, Sora probably is going to check if you're a human and it can last a while. So let's give it a try. Let's say that yes, we are humans. And we're going to go to the library and then we're going to see our creation. So basically I created 2 films. This is film number 1, this is film number 2. And they both were created using very, very simple intuitive prompt in which I wrote, please create me the AI elf in the ocean. So you see that both of those pictures are pretty good. And you might see that in both cases, you see the green color and the blue color because these were the colors that I asked for. Additionally, Sora used different colors because they were well related to the color palette that I defined. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen. So now, as you know how to use Sora AI, but not from the perspective of, oh, I want to have a cool picture or oh, I want to have a beautiful film, but you know it from the perspective of what stands behind creating the film and why it's important. Then now let's speak about combining it all together. Okay, when we want to show up as the authority, we need to define our core values. So what is the most important for us? And after struggling for a while with this, I created my proprietary method to extract the values so that you can go further in using your brand communication in alignment with your core essence, with your brand essence. And actually, once you build everything piece by piece, starting with core values, then going to mission, then going to vision. We've been talking about the mission before. And the vision is nothing else but just the change you want to see in the world, like clear. So once we have those components and we combine them together and let them work for us, then we are prepared to achieve more, to receive more, to be more. And in Vision to Reality, because this is what I wanted to invite you to join, in Vision to Reality, we're going to go through the whole process in one day. In one single day, you're going to have all the answers which are going to set you up for success for 2025. Because what I see often is people struggle with defining their authority, in claiming their authority, in claiming their role. I can often see that people do have brand values. They say that this thing is important for them, but they reflect it in their content sometimes. And at the same time, when they reflect it in their content, they don't use it in their pictures. They don't use it in their brand banners. They don't use it in their events. So once you embrace the fact that you can control a lot of things, and actually we can control the reality around us using different psychological methods to make people feel in a certain way, to make people look at us in a certain way, to make people realize who we are and why it's worth working with us, then it's easier to close sales because people understand everything about you and your brand, and they can answer by themselves, is this really for me? So if we are creating those AI pictures of the mermaids and we believe, oh my gosh, I'm a mermaid, it's so cool. Okay, it's good, it's nice. I like playing with AI images. You've seen me playing with AI images. But once we start with a strategy, then everything falls into place because we understand why we create certain video or certain image. And then as a result, people feel in a different way. So I would like to encourage you to think about your own business. Think about how often and how easy was it for you to communicate with your audience so that they not only know what you sell, but also what you stand for. What are your values? Why are those values important for you? What are your experiences and how you communicate them? What is the strategy of using specific elements one after the other so that everything falls into place in a logical way? And in Vision to Reality, we are going to go through this process very fast because it doesn't take time. And once you have all the answers on the plate, we are ready to start building the real business, not a hobby, because we start making money, because people trust us, because they understand that we are for them. And are we for everyone? Like, no. But the selected group that is going to feel your vibe, that is going to feel your frequency, that is going to work with you, then they are going to feel your emotions. They are going to prefer you. And today, our AL, which I didn't say before, like, sorry for that, is Leora. And Leora is one of my favorite elves because Leora is, I'm going to share the picture with you so that you can see her. Just give me a second. So Leora is presented together in a crown because she's a leader, because she's showing the way. But at the same time, she is inspired by the divine light that comes from the upper world, and she's together with a bird, which symbolizes the freedom. So we, as entrepreneurs, we might feel that we are queens and kings because we are responsible to create the world that we desire. At the same time, we are free to do different things, and the freedom is our inspiration to become. And the divine light, that the connection that we have with the universe, stimulates us to move in a certain direction and move faster once we have everything around in control. But the truth is, Leora is looking forward. She's not looking up. She's not searching for the divine inspiration because she knows that she is supported by the universe. And at the same time, she looks straight ahead because she knows what are her values, what is her mission, what she wants to achieve. And she's moving forward straight to the goal, because this is the power of being in control. This is the power of being an authority. This is the power of changing the world. So once we look at Leora and we start thinking about her and her perspectives and her achievements and her vision, this is how we want to become and who we want to become as the entrepreneurs, as the leaders, as people who change the reality. Because if she started looking around, she would see the dark waters, she would see different water organisms, and she would say, okay, I don't want to do that anymore. But in this ocean environment, there is a bird which is normally connected to earth, to living up above the water. But over here, the bird of freedom came to inspire her and remind her that she is free to make every choice she desires to make, and everything is falling in place once she decides that it is. So, vision to reality is bringing us from the vision of today to the reality that we see ahead of us. And I've seen countless examples of people who wanted to change their lives, who wanted to move forward, who wanted to do something, but they stopped. They felt discouraged. They went back to self-sabotage patterns. They said that they don't want to, they don't know. And they started wobbling because they started looking around at the depth of the dark waters that surrounded them in this particular moment. They even didn't notice the divine light that was coming from the upper world to lead them, to guide them, to support them, because they were so concentrated, so focused on the mud, on the depth of the ocean, that they didn't feel or see this. So, my challenge to you is to rise and to look straight forward and to create the world that you want to create the reality that you desire to see in your world. Because the truth is, once we decide that this is the reality we desire to have, this is the thing that we want to create, this is the world that we see, these are our values, these are our colors, these are our communication methods, everything starts falling into place and you gain momentum. Because after this one day, when you make all the decisions, envision to reality, everything is going to build on that. We're going to create content using AI. We are going to get clients using AI. We're going to create pitches using AI. We are going to create videos and graphics and texts so that clients close with ease. We are going to create our workflows so that clients coming to our roles feel, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. I wanted to be here like always. This is the world that I want to help you with. This is the reality that we want to create. So if you are the bold leader who wants to change the world, if you are driven by the desire to change it, to make the world a better place, to help people and to help them become their best versions, if you want to really, really, really want to make 2025 your best year yet, this is your chance to claim your place in the leadership position as the authority you are. So like this video, check out the links below, and see you tomorrow.